Inniswell Ministries International presents Midweek Message. Hi, family. Well, I want to talk to the men. This will be like, y'all kind of got robbed with the Men's Mental Health Month because of Father's Day, and we have so much to work through. So I'm going to sneak this one in, even though it's July. So I want to talk about female narcissism. Because we're Christians and we're taught to love and forgive, we put up with a lot more stuff than other people. And so we're perfect targets for narcissists, men and women, perfect targets. And I don't mean clinically diagnosed narcissists. I mean people with narcissistic ways. And so when we are not healed, we as men and women, when we are not healed, we kind of take that out on other people. We take out our junk on other people. So men, I want you to be able to recognize a female that's displaying narcissistic tendencies and not just being a princess. And so they're very self-centered. Never admitting fault, an obsession with social media. Now, I'm a social media person, but it's the obsession with the likes and views, like that kind of obsession. I like the constant putting up pictures and looking for the likes and views, that kind of thing. Attention-seeking behavior. Unstable work life, like they can't kind of keep a job, or they're like always in trouble on the job. That was me. That was my tendency, right? Exploitative behavior, like exploiting people for whatever it is they can get out of them. Overly vain, using sex appeal or charm in order to get their way. Plays the victim a lot. Can be very passive aggressive, and they're the mean girl or the bully to other women. You don't have to have all of these. You can have some of these, but just be on the lookout for these. These are your red flags, fellas, okay? From the narcissist, I want to go to the physical abuser, because the narcissist is really more of an emotional abuser in the beginning. The physical abuser, men are physically abused as well. And men are trained not to hit women. So, women that grew up in abusive homes, or they call it chaotic homes, women that were brought up in physical abuse will look for that because that's their normal. And so that peaceful life, that's like not normal for them. They need the chaos, and so they'll start drama to have the chaos. And like once you get with Jesus and he gives you his peace that surpasses all understanding, you won't be able to tolerate that kind of stuff. And so if you start seeing the chaos stuff, that's a red flag. Get out of there. When you start to see the chaos behavior, like the constant drama everywhere you go, every time you're together, there has to be drama. That's a red flag. Get out of there. It only gets worse from there. It only goes downhill from there. So fellas, These are your red flags, and you have to be looking out for them, and never second guess yourself, and don't allow the victim thing, the victimhood card. No. You have to protect your peace. I hate to say this, but it's true. There are women that are using domestic violence in order to remain in this country. So they'll claim domestic violence, put domestic violence charges on you, cause a situation where there's domestic violence, and then like drag you all the way through it. And then guess what? They get to stay in this country because of they've suffered a crime or whatever. So yeah, be careful. Be careful out here. There are people out here that want to prey on you. And I don't mean P-R-A-Y. I mean P-R-E-Y. Just to remain here. So be careful, fellas. The last thing I want to leave with you is there's this thing like protect the women. Now, I will say protect the children, but you're required to protect your women. You're responsible for your women. The women in your family, your wife, your kids, your sisters, your aunties, like your mom, your grandma, like you're responsible to cover your women. And remember that it's spiritual. Everything starts in the spirit realm. So it's spiritual. So you cover the women in your family. You keep them prayed up. You're not responsible for every woman out in the street, because there's some women that live in chaos, and so they need the constant drama, and they'll be out there causing drama, and here you go, Captain Sava, make that rhyme, and then you get jammed up, you get out there fighting, you get charges, or you get shot, right? No, you have to come home to your family. Every day, your family's praying for you to come home. You don't go out there getting involved in other people's stuff. And so you keep your family prayed up. You keep your women covered. You keep saying your women's names to God. Because whether you're there or not, you can't be everywhere. But whether you're there or not, you know that you put those ladies' names on God's mind. Your prayers will cover them. But you can't be out here just defending all women. Like there are situations where you'll just know, okay, I need to help this woman. But there's women out there that need chaos all around them at all times. And if they can drag you into their chaos, they will. And sometimes it's the woman that you're with needs the chaos, dragging you into situations. No, get out of there. God gave us, once you accept Jesus into your life and you have that relationship with him, your heart is wide open, right, with love for the world. But evil can slip right in there, or I won't say evil, but unhealed folks can slip in there. So you got to be careful. You got to have boundaries, and you got to guard your heart. All right, I'm running out of time. We'll have to get together and talk again soon, men. I like talking to y'all. Okay, well, men, get your boundaries, mind your red flags. All right, just don't go hopping out there defending all women, because some women just love chaos. Okay, all right, well, join us again next time when Inniswell Ministries International presents Midweek Message. Until then, bye.